I'm really pleased that we won the game, and I'm pleased with our defensive effort for the most part. I thought we were not very crisp on offense. I thought we were a little bit choppy. We shot the ball poorly again, so obviously this is something that we need to, two ways to look at it. We really need to work on it and get better at it. And we also have to make sure that if that's the right thing to do. I don't think we're shooting too many threes or bad shots, but I think we just need to get a little bit better at the things that we're traditionally good at. But I thought the beginning of the second half was kind of the pivotal part of the game, and that enabled us to win the game. So really pleased with the win, and looking forward to the next four in a row on the road. Starting lineups traditionally are very overrated in basketball. The first 4 minutes of the game, rarely impact the final score. And we didn't make. Each change was individual. We didn't do it as a shakeup. We didn't do it as we lost a 1-point game in overtime. It wasn't like we were trying to shake things up. We thought Kendall's deserved to start for a couple years now. We thought, give him the opportunity to start the game since our shooting has been poor, and have him out there from the beginning of the game. Maybe that would increase our confidence. And for Terry, I thought, to be honest, Terry wasn't isolated. I think he started the game very poorly the last 4 games. I think he's had turnovers, some defensive assignments that he missed, and I thought maybe it'd be a good idea for him to kind of watch and go ahead in there. And obviously Trey again. Trey is a guy who's very deserving of starting. So it wasn't a shakeup. It wasn't a thing we decided to do together. We didn't decide on it together. But I'm pleased with it. I think we've traditionally kept a very steady starting lineup. And that's just for I think it's just a little bit relaxing for the guys, whether you're starting or not. But I think we could change it or stay the same, John. I wouldn't necessarily know right now exactly. I don't think I think we're just on kind of a game-to-game, maybe more so. Boy, I hope so. I really do, Hank. We've worked hard on it. Our guys are good shooters. That's obviously the frustrating part is you don't want to say don't shoot to guys who are good shooters, and that's a big part of the reason they're here. So I don't want to dwell on it too much either, because there are a lot more parts to the game, getting loose balls, defending, that are just as important. But maybe just being in a different setting. I think the biggest thing is confidence and seeing the ball go in. So we've worked hard at it, this last kind of 3 weeks where we've had finals and some time, had extra shooting groups. Guys have shot well. We've shot well in practice, So I think it's just more of a little bit of a confidence issue that I think we'll get past the more and more times I see the ball go in. It's funny when you're a really good player, it seems like the stats are. If you're not paying attention, it seems like the stats are great all the way throughout. And when you follow a guy game by game, it could be totally different games, and how he got to 19.7 assists. So I think he was somewhat frustrated by how they were defending him in the first half and really keying on him. But I thought it was just incredible in the second half. Just his aggressiveness, his sense for the game, his athleticism, there's a rare combination of the things that he has. So I thought he was really good, and again, a huge reason why we won. Yeah, I think so. I definitely noticed kind of an uptick in his aggressiveness, and that's what he needs to do. I think, I don't question much of Ced's instincts, whether it be on a particular play, a basketball decision, or his instincts for how to kind of get us moving. And I thought he was great, and he did all the right things tonight, especially in the second half. Yeah, it was big. I thought the next play where not the next play, but a couple plays later, Derek got a rebound in traffic. We ran the ball up, and Kendall hit a 3 in transition. I thought that was really a great play, and something that teams or people that have seen us, that's really what we really emphasize. We try to run, and especially when we have good shooters on the wings, and try to score in transition. That was a big play, and it started with a rebound that Derek kind of had no business getting, and he was able to grab. That was a huge play, and they're the kind of play Ced makes. I mean, he like, you're right. He made the basket, then stole the inbounds pass on when the guy wasn't paying attention, got fouled, and it's an energizing play. Earlier Trey had dove on the floor in the second half. He makes that kind of play. It's an energizing play. The whole bench is up. It's exciting, and you can kind of feel that your effort and your energy are sparking you in that moment. Well, I think that's really important. We've had a really choppy schedule, and I'm sure that has contributed. That contributed a little bit to how we played. We've had a lot of time off in between both finals and Christmas, so I think it's going to be really good for us. To be in the gym tomorrow, get moving, get playing. Go up to Boston, play a game. Just get more into that kind of a basketball rhythm. I thought we just needed to be much more aggressive. Even though we weren't poor defensively in the first half, I thought we could be more aggressive. And because Old Dominion's pretty methodical right now. They run through their plays. They're very well coached. I thought we could be more aggressive and disruptive of them. And I thought we started out the second half that way. Yeah. Well, I mean that's good. That's a good sign for us because we when we play defense, we think that we can be good at turning teams over, whether it's a guy travels or we steal the ball. So I thought that was a good sign. 8 steals for us, also good.